Being so close to wine country and surrounded by such fertile farmland, Portland has some of the best restaurants in the country. So I wanted to go to dinner somewhere that was truly Oregon. Local, sustainable, homey, and comfortable. I couldn't have found a better spot than Ned Ludd. Place is cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely kind of one of Portland's hidden gems, and we've actually been here for over 10 years now.
Tell me about this. This space is crazy. I don't know if I'd describe it as like colonial or like lumberjack.
It's very Quaker. But this was an old pizza place with a wood oven. Just center everything around that oven. Kind of instead of trying to game it, let's embrace that as the ethos of the entire restaurant. The most salient kind of influences would be very classical French and German, Alsatian. And I think vegetable is our focus. Treating every vegetable the way that brings out the best in it.
The concept of the restaurant, sustainability is a big part of it.
I think one of the most overlooked aspects of sustainability is going out and buying the products and using the products that your producers want you to use because they're so abundant. There's so many small independent farms. There's in Oregon, they're like coming out of the woodwork. They want you, they come to the restaurant, they want you to order from them. If our farmer puts on their list like, please order this, like please get it, it's so good right now, it's so abundant right now, and we have too much of it. If you as a business can buy that and create a demand for it, that helps to alleviate waste all along the chain, rather than just in your own restaurant, but in the production of it as well.
Well, I'm excited. Can we walk through some of these dishes? I'd love to taste them.
For sure.
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Every time you move.
See a lot of fish.
So yeah, fish is gonna be the theme of the day. So the halibut season this year has been amazing, abundant. So first we'll be doing a little ceviche. So I'm just gonna dice up some thinner slices of halibut. I have a little lime juice and grapefruit juice, so I'm just gonna marinate it in. Here's the fish. So this is gonna be kind of one component. The other component is gonna be what's called the leche de tigre, or the liquid that's gonna make up the base of the ceviche and all the flavor.
So now when you, are we doing a Peruvian style or Mexican style?
We're doing an Oregon
Oregonian style. Sure. And what did you say we're doing right now, the what?
The leche de tigre.
What does that mean?
That means tiger's milk.
Tiger's milk.
So I'm gonna start with zest and juice of a bunch of citrus. All right, so now I have the juice. I'm gonna take a little bit of green garlic. So this is seasonal right now. This is the very young garlic clove. You can sort of see the cloves forming in there. I also have a little shallot. And so here's a little Fresno chili. We've got a bunch of herbs here, so cilantro, tarragon, and chives.
You could probably use whatever fresh herbs you have around.
Whatever you got. And then got another weird kind of seasonal allium. So this is a scape. This is a leek scape. They shoot out of the underground bulbs of allium, so in the springtime.
And if I can't find leek scape.
If you can't find it, don't worry about it. You can use fresh leek, you can use red onion if you want. And then I have a little bit of fennel, fresh fennel.
You can get some crunch.
Crunchy, it's very aromatic and floral. And then our last kind of seasonal ingredient to go in here is gonna be these green strawberries.
So it literally is just a normal strawberry that we picked
It's a normal strawberry. It's not so much that it picked early, they just picked the ones that didn't really ripen because they have a lot of acidity and a lot of good texture. Here's our leche de tigre, is virtually ready. And then I will go ahead and incorporate the fish into here, and then just to plate it. Got a little bit of pickled red onion. Last bit of the Oregon seasonal ingredients, the fir tips. So these are the fresh Douglas fir.
Oh wow!
It's a citrusy green.
That's cool.
It's the tender little offshoots of all the new growth in the spring. And
wow! Look at this. Can we try it?
Absolutely.
All right,
yeah,
let's go for it. Mm-hmm. The meatiness of the fish is amazing, and then the kind of crunch. I love the crunch from the strawberries, which is something I never would have used personally. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So we're pairing this with the Pinot Gris, and right off the bat, like you get such ripe citrus from this.
Yes.
I think it's gonna go great with this.
I mean, the first thing that pops in my mind when I smell this is lemon zest, and especially that oiliness a little bit too. The standout quality of this wine is the acidity.
All right, I'm just gonna leave. He got it. No, it's perfect. I mean, that's literally what I would say. I mean, all that citrus in the dish goes great with a citrusy wine. Plus, the acid from all that citrus needs a high acid wine. The hearty, meaty halibut goes great with a medium plus bodied wine, and while I wouldn't describe the wine as sweet, the over-the-top fruitiness of the Pinot Gris is balanced by that little bit of spice from the chili. I noticed we got an oven that we haven't used yet.
Right now we're gonna do salmon, and then we're gonna roast some turnips and porcini mushrooms. So we got some coho salmon. Take your sharpest knife that you have, and you're just gonna make very shallow incisions on the skin.
And why are we scoring?
We're scoring to allow that subcutaneous fat to escape so that we can actually get a crispy skin. Give it a liberal seasoning with kosher salt. So season that and let it sit for a minute or two. So in the meantime, we'll start roasting our vegetables. So here we have some Hakurei turnips, and then we have some porcini mushrooms. Again, this is a seasonal treat. And then this is just gonna go straight back to the hottest part of our oven.
Nice slide, next technique.
So in here I've got just some wild spring onion. I've got some ramps, and then some more leekscapes. So for the sauce, I've started with some Pinot Noir, some fresh herbs. I've got thyme in here, I've got Douglas fir. I've got some of the green garlic in there, and I've got some really overripe strawberries. We're gonna reduce this, and then we're gonna add some stock to it.
Great.
And that's gonna form our sauce. So this is kind of a play on a classic matelote, which is a red wine fish stew with mushrooms and glazed pearl onions. The salmon is not going to take long to cook in here at all. Lay the fish on gently, skin side down.
And what's your trick to making sure you don't overcook? Because that's a big thing with salmon, and it's tough.
I think the most important part when you're cooking any fish and you're doing it skin on, cook it on the skin 90% of the way. You'll be able to, 90%.
Wow.
You're gonna just kiss it on the other side. So our vegetables look like they're nice and caramelized and perfect.
Great.
Onions, lightly caramelized, getting soft. Again, we want to retain texture here. We don't want these to be mush. I'm gonna add a little bit of sherry vinegar here.
And we're just gonna give it that kiss.
Just a kiss. This fish is done.
Yeah, that skin, that crisp and that char on the skin looks great.
Let's put our turnips and porcinis around. Our nice glazed onions. Got some of the flowers from those onions.
Beautiful. This looks like a garden. Let's give it a try.
Right, yeah.
The sweetness from the strawberry mixed with that savory and that salt feels like a dish that was crafted for this wine, as opposed to we're trying to match. It's obviously using the wine, but the meatiness of the preparation with the root vegetables.
The herbs, and you always want an earthy quality with Pinot too, so the porcini's in there.
Salmon and Pinot is a classic pairing. The strawberries in the sauce go great with the red fruit flavors in the wine, and the hearty roasted root vegetables match the earthy Pinot Noir. Also, hearty, oily fish like salmon love the acid that Pinot Noir brings to balance it out. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
This has been so fun.
Thanks,
Thank you so much
Vince.
for having us.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
Appreciate it, man.